Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Supremely Enlightened One, the Buddha, Samma Sambuddha, our teacher, our guide. Homage to the Dhamma and the Sangha, and to Bada Bante, Guru Bante, and all the Sangha here. Dear Venerable monks and Upasakas and Upasikas, we have heard the name of ANATHAPINDIKA. Most of you have heard, no? Have you heard? ANATHAPINDIKA. ANATHAPINDIKA was such a very, he is like model for the lay people. Model for the lay people in all kinds of, in all fields. Now there is one very beautiful incident, but that is the last incident of his life. He was at the deathbed. He was very sick and he was lying on the bed. And then, of course, his Shraddha was unshakable in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha because he was Sotapanna himself. And such a generous person, such kind-hearted person, and very wise also. Now he was on his deathbed. He was very sick. So he calls his assistant and tells him, oh, go to Jetavana monastery and pay salutation at the holy feet of the Supreme Buddha and announce that that salutation is on behalf of ANATHAPINDIKA. And then respect to the Buddha and then go to Sariputta Bhante. And again there also you pay homage in my name and tell Sariputta Bhante ji that ANATHAPINDIKA is sick, he is in the bed. So if possible, out of compassion, Sariputta Bhante, please come to see ANATHAPINDIKA. So this assistant goes and he does accordingly. He pays homage to Lord Buddha and goes around 3 times and Pradakshina, and then he goes to Sariputta Bhante. So Sariputta Bhante also he pays homage and tells, oh Bhante, ANATHAPINDIKA is sick, he is laying in the bed. Out of compassion, please visit. So Sariputta Bhante accepts and gets ready with his robe, upper robe, parimandala, that is going out of monastery. Monks have to put the robe around the neck. Parimandala it is called. So he has put and he came to ANATHAPINDIKA. And he asks, how are you, ANATHAPINDIKA? Are you okay? Is your pain getting reduced? Hope it is getting reduced and it is not increasing and you are not suffering much. And he said, oh Bhante, no. My pain is increasing. My suffering is increasing. It is not reducing. So he was very happy to see Bhante, and then he then Sariputta Bhante tells, okay, then listen, I am going to give you Dhamma. So Sariputta Bhante gives Dhamma on not clinging to so many things, not clinging to senses, not clinging to sense objects, not clinging to the elements, not clinging to the Panchakhanda. So now this Anathapindika becomes so peacefully, so joyfully, he's listening with folded hands. And then he is so joyful that tears come. And then at the end of the teachings, he got tears. And then Sariputta Bhante asked, Sariputta Bhante actually, he went along with Ananda Bhante. So Ananda Bhante asks, what happened, Upasaka? Are you afraid of death or what is this? Why are you crying? Then Anathapindika said, oh Bhante, no Bhante, I am not for that. I am full of joy because for such long time I have been hearing Dhamma, but this kind of Dhamma I have not heard on non-attachment. So he rejoiced so much. And then Sariputta Bhante and Ananda Bhante both, they blessed him and they went back to Jetavana. Now after some time, this Anathapindika died. And after death, he was reborn as Deva in Tushita heaven, in Tushita Loka immediately. So that night, he comes to Lord Buddha and pays homage. Now as not as a everyday Anathapindika Upasaka, but as Deva. And he comes and pays homage. And then he tells to Lord Buddha, out of, he is so happy, huh? So he says, in this Jeta grow, which is isi sangha nivesita, isi sangha nisevitang, sangha nisevita. The holy sangha is staying in this Jetavana. And above that, the Dhamma Raja, Avuttang Dhamma Rajena Piti Sanjananang Mama. So here, the Buddha, the Dhamma Raja is Lord Buddha. The Buddha is also staying. And this brings me great joy. Now Anathapindika was all the more reasons for him to be joyful because that Jetavana was offered by him with, spending so much of money and everything. But that didn't matter for him. What mattered was Lord Buddha would come and stay there. That's why he bought that land at the price of gold, spreading on the land. So much he spent. So you can see how he was able to foresee, and he thought, if Buddha comes and stays here, so many people will come, so many people will listen to the Dhamma, so many people will be transformed. So that was his intention. Now, in that Jetavana, Lord Buddha stayed, how many? 19 Vasa. Just imagine. Now this is Vasa time going on, no? Varsha Vasa, 3 months. 19 Vasa he spent there. And what more? Every day Lord Buddha is teaching. Almost every day Anathapindika is going to Jetavana. And he used to go to offer. He used to take dana. He used to offer 2,000 monks every day, Sangha dana, and takes other gifts and offer to the monks. And whenever he went, there used to be small samaneras, a lot of samaneras like this. So for them also he used to take some sweets and other things. Such was the very close connection with the vihara. So now the Supreme Buddha is staying and thousands of monks are staying, and most of them are Aryas. What more? You see? Such joy, such joy. That's why he says, it brings me joy. He himself was there so many times, and he himself was, this ANATHAPINDIKA was cause and reason for getting teachings for lay people. He used to ask many questions, and many of the teachings were given to lay people because of him. Not one or two, on many, many issues. Like Lord Buddha taught, for example, one very popular sutta we tell, that as lay people, you deserve to enjoy 4 things. What are the 4 things? You should enjoy your wealth, how you earn the wealth, and then you should enjoy spending of that wealth, and you should enjoy debtlessness. No debt. You owe nothing to anybody. That is also a wonderful feeling. And also regretlessness. That means you have no regrets because you are following the Panchashila. The Lord Buddha says, these are 4 kinds of bliss which can be won by the householders. And Lord Buddha did not say that householders should not enjoy. Lord Buddha did not say, oh, don't earn money. Earn the wealth. That itself is a great joy. When you earn by, Buddha says, energetic striving, and you get the wealth with your hard work, with the sweat of the brow. That means you really put hard work, and very lawfully you earn. So if you remember later on, oh, I have earned this money, I have earned this wealth, I have earned this property or this house or land or this or whatever, with my hard work, then you feel happy. That is good. That happiness you deserve. Satisfaction. Of course, in ultimate sense, that is anicca, dukkha, anatta, this, that, all things are there. But as a householder, for living, you earn, that itself makes your mind energetic, not lazy. And that energy, that effort itself is again a very noble quality. And with effort, when you earn with right livelihood, that is not just noble quality, that becomes your own path, the path factor to enlightenment, isn't it? The earning itself is not something. Some people say, oh, I have spent whole life just doing this work and earning money and I have done nothing. No, that is also very good. But with wisdom. If you do with wisdom, if you do as Lord Buddha has instructed, there is nothing to blame. So make it a very joyful profession. Some people say, oh, I don't like this work, or I don't like that work. with the dragging and hanging. They go to work and again come back with complaints and so much of disgust for this fellow, that fellow, and that, like that, the day after day after day in dissatisfaction. That is not needed. So what is the work? Okay, this is the work. I will enjoy this work. That's all. I will do with full of my skill, my effort. I will give the best that I can do and do it and enjoy happily, because something good will happen to somebody. That work will bring good to somebody. If that doesn't bring good to somebody, then that work will not exist in this world. It is bringing something. That's why that work is there. Isn't it? The Lord Buddha says, told Anathapindika, oh, you can enjoy that one. And then he also told, after earning, you should also enjoy spending. Atti sukha and then bhoga sukha. So you have to enjoy that wealth, so that property and other things. So Lord Buddha says, how do you do that? You, with that wealth, you do lot of meritorious deeds, lot of punya karmas you can do. Of course, you are going to take care of the family, your food and living and all that is there. Apart from that, what will you do with meritorious deeds? And when you do meritorious deeds, Lord Buddha said, oh, Anathapindika, Gahapati, that is another joy you can really have in your life. Then the third one, the Buddha said, and when you become debtless, that means whatever loans, this, that you have taken, you have returned back, you feel satisfied, no? There is great satisfaction. Okay, I don't owe to anybody. So when you remember and think that, oh, I don't owe anything to anybody, great or small, then that bliss comes. Bliss of satisfaction comes. So this Gahapati is called the bliss of debtlessness. Ananya sukha. Atti sukha, bhoga sukha, ananya sukha, anavajja sukha. The fourth is anavajja sukha. Anavajja sukha is blamelessness. How is that? You don't do anything bad. You don't violate the 5 precepts. So the Buddha says, I have not conducted any wrong in body, speech or mind. So when I don't do anything wrong in body, speech or mind, then blamelessness, sense of blamelessness comes. So this is another sukha. Wonderful, isn't it? So when you have this kind of bliss, this kind of sukha, so you see, Lord Buddha says, when you have this sukha coming out of this kind of blamelessness, good life, that sukha becomes cause and condition. When you do meditation for the concentration, concentration doesn't come for unhappy mind, sad mind. Huh? You have to generate joy in your heart. The Buddha's path is to happiness, to get highest happiness. But the Buddha's path itself is of happiness. Happiness is the path, happiness is the goal. Huh? If you see from the beginning, every practice is for generating happiness, happiness, happiness. Day-to-day life, happiness. Moral life, happiness. Doing meritorious actions, punya karma, that is happiness. Helping somebody, happiness. Then you generate metta, karuna, oh, happiness. And with that, if you sit and meditate and focus your mind, that concentration, samadhi, is again happiness. Samadhi is even deeper happiness. In samadhi, what do you have? Vitakka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. Piti and sukha, joy is there, happiness is there. It becomes the anga of the concentration, jhana, jhananga, part of your meditation. So you see, this is what a gift Lord Buddha has given, isn't it? The gift of happiness. So now when Lord Buddha tells, Lord Buddha always gives practical this one. No, some beliefs and some theories and some views just that we have to hold on. And then in another sutta, Lord Buddha tells very nicely. This sutta is also given to ANATHAPINDIKA only. So one time ANATHAPINDIKA goes to Lord Buddha again in Jetavana. He bows down and then Lord Buddha tells him, "Oh ANATHAPINDIKA, there are 5 things which are desirable, likable, agreeable, and hard to get. And what are these 5 things? Long life, beauty, happiness, fame, and heaven." So in day-to-day householder's life, these are very much needed. Long life, of course, is needed to everybody. Long life is not so easily gotten. Lot of metta and karuna based karmas need to be done. In Kamma Vibhanga Sutta, Lord Buddha tells, no, what is the cause of long life? That person has not killed or harmed any living being, instead saving, helping. So that when it ripens, you are born either in higher heavenly world, or if you are born as human, then you have long life. Isn't it? In that Kamma Vibhanga Sutta, Lord Buddha explains how to get this long life. Long life. Beauty. How beauty comes? Beauty comes with metta. The more metta you would keep on doing, because metta is the beauty of the mind. That will generate beauty of the body. Beauty of the mind will influence every cell. The whole body, mind, everything becomes beautiful. Your actions become beautiful. No? So beauty, everything is beauty. And then happiness, that also comes because of following the precepts. That is what we were telling now. Do things correctly. Fame, name and fame will come from doing good punya karma. And then heaven. When you die, you can go to higher levels. This is not about nibbana. This is not about attainment of nibbana, but for a common person, at least these things are also desirable, likable. Here, Lord Buddha then tells very important things. And I say that these 5 things are not got by praying or wishing for them. If they were, who would lack them? These things will not come by praying and praying and praying and just wishing and wishing and wishing. So what Buddha says, a noble disciple who wants to live long ought not pray for it, or hope for it or wish for it. Maybe you have thought like that, or out of ignorance, maybe you have even spoken like that. Or out of ignorance, maybe you have even killed some beings or animals or something. Even then, now do the opposite. Do lot of metta based karmas, so that some of them are erased, some of them are weakened. So like that, at least the power of that unwholesome is reduced and reduced and reduced. So Lord Buddha gives the example of salt. No, if you put salt in a cup, that water becomes very salty water. But if you put that salt in Ganga river, will that Ganga river become salty? No. So it is there, but because the vastness of the water, that salty taste is not felt. Similarly, if there is some pap, unwholesome has been done, you do so much wholesome like Ganga river water, that small unwholesome is lost. So do more and more and more. So there is wonderful way, wonderful chance to get out of that, isn't it? So we can overcome like that. If overcoming bad karmas is not possible, then why dhamma is there? What is the use of dhamma? Lord Buddha says, because it is possible to change, I am teaching you. So these are all wonderful advices, teachings of Lord Buddha. So Buddha says like that, for long life, beauty, happiness, fame, and heaven, these things will not come just by praying. Get up and do the work. So that is, these are the instructions that ANATHAPINDIKA, there are about 18 suttas specially taught to ANATHAPINDIKA. And all these are, most of them are for, all of them are for householders only. Now when Sariputta Bhante was teaching him at the deathbed, he told, don't cling on to these eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body. Don't cling on to the forms, sound, smell, taste, and all these things. Don't cling on to their touches. Don't cling on to the feeling that comes from these sense objects. Don't cling to this earth element, water, fire, air, all these elements. Don't cling on to this Rupa Khanda, Vedana Khanda, and all these things. So now he cried, no? After listening to this very nicely, step by step, Sariputta Bhante told. So he felt so happy, and then he cried. And when Ananda Bhante asked, why are you crying? He said, I did not hear this kind of Dhamma. I heard so many things, but now I heard so detailed, beautiful Dhamma. And Sariputta Bhante told, oh, householder, this is not taught for householders. This is taught for the monastics. Because everything, don't cling to that, don't cling to that. How can that be told to householders? Because the household life itself involves a lot of possessions and acquisitions. So then this ANATHAPINDIKA, folding his hands, he requests to Bhante, oh Bhante, please teach this teaching to white-clothed householders also, out of compassion. So there are some householders who can understand this and who need this. So that is what he requested to Sariputta Bhante, and then he dies, and then he becomes Deva, and as Deva he comes and now pays homage to Lord Buddha. And he says, wow, this Jetavana, Dhamma Raja, the, the king of Dhamma is sitting here along with the Sangha. That gives me great happiness. And then he says, very important, deeds, knowledge, and ethical conduct. And this one, Kammang Vijja cha Dhammo cha Silang Jivita Muttamang Etena Macha Sujjanti Na Gottena Dhane Nava. So he says, the deeds, the kamma that we do, the knowledge, Vijja that comes, and the Dhamma that we develop and grow in, and Sila, that is ethical conduct, Shila. So these things which are purified in the mortals, that means human beings and other beings, which can be purified, they don't come by any caste, clan, or wealth, or any of these things. So he has seen with his own eyes how millions of people became Aryas at the holy feet of Lord Buddha. He has seen with his own eyes what are the reasons. What reasons make one a holy man, noble man? So that's why he says this kamma, this knowledge, this dhamma, this sila have nothing to do with all this caste, religion, and money, and wealth, and power, and all this. He has seen those things. So that's why he exclaimed this. And then he says, Tasmahi pandito poso sampasang attamattano yoniso vichine dhammang evang tattas visujjati. How is it purified? One gets purified. A very determined person, very wise person, Pandita, seeing what is good for themselves, would examine the teaching rationally and thus be purified. Dhamma vichine dhammang. Dhamma vichaya. Dhamma vichaya is enlightenment factor. Bodhi anga. If you want Bodhi, enlightenment in your heart, this Dhamma vichaya should be developed. What is this Dhamma vichaya? Investigation of truth. Inquiry of truth. Understanding truth. That is, it starts with the intention. I want to know. I want to understand. I want to understand correctly. I want to understand deeply. I want to understand fully. So like that, step by step, you go deeper, deeper, deeper. So that Dhamma Vichaya, ANATHAPINDIKA says, with that Dhamma Vichaya, living beings get purified in their wisdom. Then he makes this another very nice comment. He says, Sariputto panyaya silena upasamena yopi parangato bhikkhu etava paramo siyati. Now, Sariputta Bhante is full of wisdom, sila, moral, ethics, and he is very peaceful. Upasama, that means he is perfectly peaceful. Even a monk who has crossed over, that means one who has become arahant, parangato bhikkhu, yopi parangato bhikkhu, whoever any bhikkhu is parangata means one who has crossed, one who has become enlightened, arahant. Etava paramosya, at the most can reach up to Sariputta Bhante level. That means Sariputta is the highest. So he had a very deep respect for Sariputta Bhante, and just few hours maybe before, Sariputta Bhante had come to his deathbed and had given such nice dharma talk, and that he remembered. So after this, he pays homage as a deva. He pays homage and goes back, and then uh, Lord Buddha. Uh, Next day, Lord Buddha tells to um, this. So he paid homage, keeping on the right, that is Pradakshinam Katva. He went away. And when the night passed and next day, Lord Buddha told to the monks, "Oh monks, last night this one Deva came and he told these gathas." So he told what the ANATHAPINDIKA, as Deva ANATHAPINDIKA told. But Buddha did not tell the name of the Deva. Who was he? So when it was told, Ananda Bhante said, "Oh Bhagwan, this Deva must be ANATHAPINDIKA, because he had immense Shraddha on Sariputta Bhante." So then Buddha said, "Yes, Ananda, good Ananda, your your logical conclusion is correct." Huh? And it was indeed ANATHAPINDIKA. So you see, this is sutta from ANATHAPINDIKA Sutta. So a wonderful personality we have in our Buddhist history, in Buddha Shasana, who has led a very idealistic model life. So even 1%, 2%, 10%, 20% also, if you can imbibe from ANATHAPINDIKA, that is worth. So this is very nice Gatha, how he told the purification. I just slipped on these Gathas about purification, that not this clan or gotra or the caste or this or that is reason for our karma, our wisdom, our sila, our attainments. Huh? Then I searched where this sutta, where this gatha is from. Then I landed to this sutta. So I thought I will share with you. So with this, I conclude my Dhamma discourse today. May all the merits come to all of you. Sadhu, sadhu. So today we did puja. We also dedicated puja in the name of the holy relics that they were brought. Just I would like to share that on 31st of July, just 3 days back, in Piprava. Piprava is in Kapilavastu, in the border of India and Nepal. That is the place where Lord Buddha was born and brought up. So when after the Mahaparinibbana, stupas were built, and even one of the first 8 stupas was also built there. And later on, Ashok Maharaja built 84,000 stupas and so many. Now anyway, that Piprava stupa is very important, because in that stupa, holy relics of the Buddha were enshrined, and lot of things, diamonds, gems, and other valuable things. So when these holy relics are enshrined in the stupa, people also offer so many valuable things like flowers and incense we offer. No? So like that, whatever is the valuable thing one can feel. So now these were offered by Lord Buddha's family members. So those relics were there in that stupa, and it was some written evidence is also got. Anyway, about 130 years ago, excavations were done. General Cunningham started Archaeological Survey of India. Under that, he started excavating the places, going through the trail, which was explained by Chinese great pilgrims, Fai Yan and Huan Sangs. So he went along with that and started excavating and measuring the distance as per the records. So he unearthed many stupas. So this was also found out like that. And one British officer, some William or somebody who was archaeologist, he was in charge and he did that. And main part of the things he kept here. And these diamonds and all these valuables he took home to England. So they were there, they were not known. Nobody was aware also. Then there his generation, now his son or daughter or grandchildren. So now they wanted to auction it. So they gave to that one very famous, some company, Levy or somebody. So they kept it for auction in Hong Kong in May. So when it was announced that the holy relics from Piprava Stupa are kept for auction in Hong Kong, then Government of India protested in a way and then requested them to withhold and stop it. Don't do that. It is a matter of our national inheritance. So after that, the government negotiated. So they somehow negotiated, and I heard the Godrej Foundation stepped in and they also helped. Something was done, and after the negotiations and whatever is this one, at last Indian government got them and they brought them back. On 31st, they arrived in Delhi. So I was invited to receive along with the Minister of Culture, Mr. Gajendra Shekhawat. So it was a very, very historical event in a way. So in a special flight, it was brought and then it was received and took to National Museum. In National Museum, already there are holy relics. They are from, again, Piprava Stupa. So these relics and those relics, and so now they got together. So the government has said that now they will see how to organize and how to keep. They are soon going to keep for the public and also to darshan. It has to be arranged now. So very crores and crores and crores of rupees. This one. So they have to arrange security and all those things, and in a very respectable way they are going to do. So we are very grateful to the Prime Minister, our Honorable Prime Minister and Culture Minister and other officials. They did really very hard work. It is not that easy to cancel one very big international auction. They don't have right to do that, but somehow it was done, and Indian government pursued and succeeded. It involves a lot of negotiation, it involves a lot of money, a lot of convincing. So whatever but at last it was brought back to India. That is very important. And in Maha Bodhi, we are honored because we were invited to receive it. So in the middle of the night, I told, hey, we'll try to get some monk from Delhi. But they said, no way, you have to come. So it was last moment arrangement. But anyway, we are very grateful to the government and all the people who have worked for it. So may that remain with India, and may our wish is that these holy relics should not be just kept in a museum, like they are not museum pieces. They should be respectfully enshrined in a nice stupa, even visible stupa. It can be kept in such a way that it can be worshipped nicely. So that may that day come. Huh? So today when we did puja, we also offered the lamps and puja for the holy relics that have arrived. It's a great matter of joy for all of us. So that is, we rejoice in it. Huh? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.